Today I'm going to be doing another double review of the Figmas of Akira Yuki and Sarah Bryant from Virtua Fighter. That's right, Freeing did it. They sat there and decided, hey, let's make some figures of the low poly Model 1 models of the Virtua Fighter characters, and they actually came out pretty awesome. They got decent articulation, some nice paint apps, which are all pretty simple, but the fact that they exist is actually pretty cool. Now what we want to do is look at that articulation. Starting over here with Akira, he can chicken neck, shanene, look up that high. Can't really look down much. Head can tilt side to side and go around. It can go around 360 degrees, but I don't want to risk breaking the headband. Now my homegirl Sarah, she really can't chicken neck. And she got a little bit of shenane, but she can look up that high. Not really look down. She's got the side tilt, and her head can go around 360 degrees with no problems. Also, her ponytail is on a Figma joint, so she can get a little the copter. On Akira, you got a ball joint in the shoulder that allows it to move a little bit like so and go up that high. You got the same thing going on with the Sarah figure. It's got the joint on the inside, the ball joint that lets it move back and forth, and of course the hinge that lets it go up that high. But I'm pretty sure everybody just noticed that when I move the arm up, it exposes this cut. And I don't know why they put it there. They did the same thing with the major, but it made a little more sense with that than it does here. Because even if you hold it down, you can see that it doesn't do anything to hinder the articulation with it down held like that. So I find this cut very pointless. But moving on, let's look at some more articulation. The arms can go around 360 degrees. Same for Sarah. Degrees. You've got a swivel at the shoulder. Sarah only has a really slight swivel in her shoulder. They both have the single jointed elbow. And they both go a little over 90 degrees. You can get a nice little swivel at the elbow joint itself. So that's pretty nice. You've got the standard Figma ball hinge peg on both of these guys. These guys got some pretty sweet torso articulation. At the top portion, you can get it to shift side to side and back and forth like so. And you can turn it side to side. You can do a body copter there, but I'm not exactly comfortable with it. And then you've got side to side at the bottom, back and forth. So what it gives you is a nice, awesome, lean side to side, and a backwards ab crunch, and a forward ab crunch. And what's a figure without the body copter? I also wanted to take a second to point out how they molded this thing, because like it's actually flesh tone and painted white or a light gray here, and then they actually put a piece of soft plastic over that and molded around it, so it's like two pieces. And I really like how they did it instead of just trying to mold it all as one piece and then painting over it. Just gives it kind of this awesome look and feel to it. Sarah's also got some pretty awesome torso articulation. She's got that same kind of pull back and forth, but it's not as obvious as it is on Akira. And you can get the side to side, the front to back, and you know, the turn at the top, but not as much because of the way that it's molded here. And then you can get, you know, that same thing going with both the serious ab crunch and then the backwards movement, and of course, the double body copter. Crotch copter, scissor, double extravaganza! Yeah, but the legs can kick forward that far and kick back that far and kick out for the crash copter. And then if you take Sarah and her legs also kick forward that far and kick out. And then you got the crotch copter. You've got that single jointed knee that goes a little over 90 degrees. You've got the same for Sarah. I think hers actually bends a little bit more than Akira's does. Ain't cool. Rockers! Ain't cool. Rockers! The feet also point down that far and go up that high. Yeah! Now that we've looked at that awesome articulation, let's look at some accessories! So that's about it. They don't really come with much. They do come with, of course, a lot of Figma hands, like the open and the splayed and karate chop, and they even have holding things hands for some reason, which is kind of weird because they don't really use like weapons at all in Virtua Fighter. And these are Sarah's hands, and it's kind of the same deal with the holding things hands and all that. They do come with Figma bags. There's that. So, you know, if you know, what's a Figma without a Figma bag? And then there's stands. So, you just, you know, so you can help recreate a lot of scenes from Virtua Fighter, and yeah. Damn, I'm not done yet. I gotta talk about another thing. Let's look at the thing. It's because it's awesome. So yeah, there's also the Wave Astro City Sega titles, and I have this one pimped out to be Virtua Fighter for obvious reasons, but it's got the stickers and the marquees, and it even comes with a little stool, and it comes with about 3 pages of screens for each game, because you have Virtua Fighter, Fighting Vipers, and Dynamite Deca, which was released in America as Die Hard Arcade. But yeah, you got this Akira winning screen, and then you got Akira doing his, you know, signature awesome kick, and then you got the poster and Fighting Vipers, and there's more shit in here. Pull it up. You got, oh, wait a minute, it's getting there. And then you got a bunch of shit that I didn't cut out because I originally only planned to use this for Virtua Fighter. You got the Fighting Vipers screen and Dynamite Cop screen, and it's actually way more Dynamite Cop screens, and it even comes with little mini posters, so that's actually kind of cool if I can. So you even got these, and you got that, and you got that, and you didn't even see what that was, and another Fighting Viper screen. So yeah, it's actually kind of a really cool thing to have, and it's also really fun to have Virtua Fighter characters playing Virtua Fighter. Also, I forgot to mention there's this little slot here that opens up, and you can kind of shove some of the extra screens in there. And I'm not sure if the real Astro City opens up from the back like that, because I think most arcade machines just open from down here. But yeah, it's awesome. So when you have stuff like this, you can do awesome things, like, you know, video game characters playing video games of themselves, much like I have with the Vuelix machine of the Persona characters. So yeah, both of these figures are actually really good, and I'm really glad that they came out, because I'm actually a really big Virtua Fighter fan back in 1993 when Yu Suzuki decided, hey, I'm going to make a game that's completely different from all these other fighting games out here, and he did. And I remember just going to the arcade and just being like, what am I looking at? Obviously, these low poly games look silly now, but imagine being a kid who spent a lot of time playing Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and Fatal Fury and Art of Fighting and World Heroes, and then seeing this. This was awesome, and this broke the ground for so many other games. Everybody wanted to make 3D games. Tekken happened, Soul Edge happened. We even got some shitty fighting games like Toshin did, but we thought it was awesome back then. But back then, I've always wanted figures of low poly Virtua Fighter figures. I don't care how weird that sounds, but I'm happy they finally happened. And if you're a Virtua Fighter fan, or if you just like collecting silly figures, you should definitely pick these guys up, because I did, and I love them. And I'm probably going to eventually get the Player 2 versions. That's all I have to say. Thanks for watching this review, and I'll see you guys next time.